Hey everyone, welcome back to more Warhammer Quest. I'm DisturbingPuppet. So today we have the story mission, The Hills Have Spiders. It is an Orcs and Goblins one, though, so not just critters. I don't know if at this point we'll be running into like a goblin riding a giant spider or something, maybe, I don't know. Or it could just be just Orcs and Goblins and giant spiders, all happily living together somewhere. Alright, we're going to go ahead and head out. It is recommended for level 4. I do think we'll have to be a little bit careful about who we send in. We are pretty low on cash because leveling up at this point is getting pretty pricey, and I'm kind of leveling everybody. But we're going to go ahead and jump in on it. Nothing really that great for side missions at this point. I do feel like we're falling a little bit behind in that I don't have money to buy like really good gear to kind of gear up people. But that's kind of a whole separate issue because we're spending all of it leveling people. So what's the appropriate response to giant spiders? Fire. That would be my first thought. We're not going to take either of my level 3s here that we've got still cruising around. We could go Troll Slayer for sure. We do have healing here with auto. I do have a new shield and weapon for my Marauder, which does make him pretty good in combat. We can do a little bit of ranged fighting with him as well, so he's quite good. Alright, let's go Marauder. We'll go Troll Slayer. It'd be nice to have some kind of ranged action. We do have a lot of ranged attacks on my Way Watcher. I think that's probably my better option. The Shadow Warrior's, like, he's okay, but I feel like I've got an item that gives me additional ranged attack with my Way Watcher, so we can just kind of throw out a lot more shots. So I feel like, let's go Way Watcher. Also gives us additional heals if we need it. Let's jump in. The adventurers have a knack for tracking fell creatures. It's what they're paid to do. They follow a trail that leads into Sturhugl. After a half-day's march from Volsbach, they locate a craggy opening in the ground covered in thick webbing. It's time for the Dungeoneers to head underground and hunt out a mother and her 8-legged children. I hope you're not afraid of spiders. I do not like spiders personally, so my horror here. I would not go in this if I was a fantasy adventurer. The whole idea of fighting giant spiders would be a nope. Absolutely not. We'll take a look at our gear and stuff here in a minute for everybody. Just kind of level everybody. Set everyone here and take a look at our stuff. So, we do have a healing scroll for you. I am using the Reaver Bow, which gives us additional attacks. Could give you more healing stuff. We could just wait until we've used something if we need it. We do have some extra movement and strength potions. As far as abilities go, chance to dodge, got the heal, and we've got the increased chance to hit. That's right, picked that up recently. Our Marauder, we've got the shield and the Axe of Slicing. Regenerate with the ring, we've got a healing scroll, got a bow to go as well. So we've got the Berserk. Can be a problem if we hit other people. If he goes down, might come back at 1 health. Yeah, he does. It's not a chance. When this happens, he remains standing. We've got the Deafening Shout once. We can stun people next to him. 6th Sense. Sense blows before they're thrown. When he's attacked, there's a chance he avoids the blow. Don't know what the chance is. I'm assuming all these, like, in the board game would have been like a dice roll. Probably like roll a 6. Something like that would be my guess. And even, 6th Sense. I wish it would show the dice rolls and show what the odds are in the stuff, which unfortunately it does not. Okay. Oh, I think my mouse is dying. Troll Slayer. For gear, we've got the extra movement in case you fall behind. Decreased chance to be hit with a ranged weapon. I just kind of threw it on him because I thought he might find it useful. Nothing too fantastic as far as gear goes. Personal healing item, regular weak healing item. For him, when you critically hit a monster, do extra damage. Chance to go berserk, which we can choose to do or not. And then may be able to ignore as many blows as he has attacks. Each time your warrior is attacked, automatically attempt to ignore the blow. Chance of ignoring the blow increases with his level. Very cool. I do have a lot of gear on my Bright Wizard here. So we've got the extra toughness, we've got a healing item, extra magic, a little bit of healing. Decent sword, increased chance to hit. We've also got the Chalice of Battle, which gives me extra strength, increased attacks, more power, decreased spell cost, and I still have this Greater Scroll of Fire I've been hauling around forever. As far as spells go, we do have a heal. We've got damage over time, we've got keeping people away from us, area effect damage, single target damage, and the wizard causes a single enemy to get exhausted through overheating, causing him to lose toughness. That's new. So if we have somebody super tough, I'll have to kind of remember that. That's a new thing. Alright, I think we're good, just kind of waiting out this first turn, getting ready to go. Alright. Seems like there's always stuff in the first room. 4 giant spiders, 3 giant rats, 2 night goblin shaman. These are the weaker giant spiders. I can move, but the way's kind of stuck here, so let's just chop away. I do think killing the spiders first is better, because they can web us, which can stop us from doing anything. That didn't work. Alright, run on in there like a maniac. Start on the spiders. Alright, or you can just whiff twice, that's fine too. Should have thrown a spell in there first. We might just fireball 3 times, take out some stuff if we need it. I can do some attacks as well. Let's try for some close combat attacks and we can fireball. I'm not going to use my special chalice yet, it's just a once per dungeon thing. Take out the spider. Let's fireball. It is kind of guaranteed a single target. So all the spiders are down. Oh, it's a shaman. I didn't realize it was a night goblin shaman. He's got goblin magic. 2 shamans, actually. Alright, that's potentially more of a problem than I thought. I thought they were just regular night goblins. We might have some crazy magic coming in. Get some damage. Let's shoot the crap out of him, I think. Yeah, we'll try to just whittle this one down with ranged shots. Alright. Pick off the rat, I guess, if we can. Hey, actually landed all our shots there. It's a minor miracle. I don't want to burn any reserve magic yet. We're still pretty early on. We should be able to take this, I would hope. Okay, just stunned my mage. That's not nice. Know why the rats do that death leap thing? I think it's just they get an increased chance to do, or increased damage, possibly. But if they miss, we get a counterattack. It seems like we always counterattack and kill them. Yeah, just charge them and chop them up into little pieces, please. That was a massive hit. There we go. Alright, we find a fine silver dagger for a witch hunter if we want to use it. I think I've got a better saber, though, so probably not. Nobody got hurt, so we're in pretty good shape. He was stunned, so he can't move. We'll just set up to get ready into the next room. Nobody's hurt, we're all fine. No ambush, good. Alright. Yeah, he's got way more health here with all our gear on him. Try to have him lead the way. Kind of falling behind here a little bit. Lots of magic, but we're not going to see anything. If we get ambushed, we lose all our magic anyway. Okay, we're mostly back together. No ambush, good. Alright, next one. Just more hallways. So far we have seen giant spiders, but nothing too crazy. Since this is a quest, I'm assuming it's probably going to be even stronger, tougher than our normal giant spiders we've seen. Like, we've been running into a lot of vampires and stuff recently, like full-blood vampires, and they're pretty difficult. I would assume the spider we're going to run into is going to be pretty nasty. Alright, still no ambush. It's got to be enemies here, right? There we go. 5 spiders, 2 orc boys, 2 error boys. Well, head on in. Start on the spider. Go for the spider. It's a priority. And again, kind of try to kill all the spiders before doing anything else. Come in here. We'll try to just clear if we can get the death blows. Start on the corner. Missed that one. Let's see what we can do again. There we go. Nice. Clearing most of them out. Probably we'll just fireball them down. We can move after casting spells if we want to. Take out all the spiders as a priority. They're also weak, so they're kind of easy to take out, the regular little spiders. Just move in here. Might as well do some damage. Or, you know, get a kill, sure. I don't have to move, but let's move so we're not too far behind. This guy can't shoot first and then move like the Shadow Warrior can, so I've got to keep remembering to actually move up. Okay, just wiped them without a problem. Amulet of Strength, +5 strength. Power increases with level. Use once. I think I've got a healing item on him, so kind of a similar thing, a one use. I think the heal's better, though, than having 5 strength for 1 turn. So I don't know that I would use that. I don't think I can have 2 amulets. So we've moved everybody, so we are kind of set. Let's see if we get ambushed. Nobody got hurt again, so we're actually in really good shape. Not gonna pop the next room yet. Just get everybody set and ready to go. Still no ambush, good. Alright, Marauder leading the way. Vicious Gigantic Spider, that's a new one. 4 giant spiders, 2 orc error boys. Vicious Gigantic Spiders new. Some gigantic spiders have an even fouler temperament than others of their species. They're too unpredictable to be ridden by their forest goblin masters, and so are cast adrift when they inevitably end up in lairs deep underground. It is in these dark places where they lie in wait, ready to stalk and then spring on their prey with ferocious intent. 80 health. Ooh, I mean, that is pretty bad. This isn't even the main enemy. And venomous. When a warrior is stuck by a poison attack, they're poisoned. Poison is removed by healing. If they're knocked down, they'll lose 1 strength when they are healed. In casual and adventure difficulty, the effect lasts until the end of the dungeon. Hardcore, it's permanent. We are just playing on the standard difficulty, not hardcore. I definitely could see the appeal of hardcore, though, trying to have to like swap people out, but I feel like you'd be constantly poor. It's hard enough kind of keeping everyone leveled up. If a poison worth 1 strength is knocked down, they cannot be healed. This is... Oh, this is the end. Okay, I thought this wasn't even the end, like, because it didn't say anything. Like, usually when you get into the last room, this was a very straightforward, like, literally straightforward little dungeon. Well, 80 is pretty surprising. I was thinking, like, this wasn't even going to be the final boss. Well... Let's move out. I mean, I could go in deeper. Let's move in deeper. Hopefully it would draw the attention to him, and we'll try to deal with the spiders. It seems like the enemies in this game, though, often do target kind of the weaker backline guys. They'll sort of go out of their way to do that. Okay, try to take out all these little spiders that are going to web us up and cause problems. Can't get to the big spider with him, which is unfortunate. Oh, actually, I can. I have a potion of quickness. I could just charge you right in and start wailing on the big spider. That is definitely tempting. I don't need to do like an area fire blast or anything. Yeah, I could definitely do that. Small chance he'll go enraged, preventing taking actions. If I charge him in and use Berserk, it might give me additional action, but it might also stop him from doing an attack. So let's use the potion. I'm going to go all the way in on him. And I'm just going to focus him down. I don't think I'm going to worry about trying to go Berserk. I don't want to lose the chance of doing some damage here. The tougher the opponent is, the more damage we do. He's not super tough at 4. So we didn't really need to weaken his toughness or anything. Got a good chunk of damage out of the way right there. I do have my Chalice, so I'm going to try to use that to deal with the orcs here. So let's go Chalice. So it's extra strength and additional close combat attack. Just try to deal with these orcs here. If we can actually hit them is the problem. Nice. Then we can fireball, take out the other spiders. I think that's my priority. So we're not getting webbed up. We might get ambushed and it might summon more spiders on us though. I could dip into my reserve. I do have quite a bit, so we could burn him a bit. Or her. Hide in the corner and shoot him. Do I want to use... Do we want to go Doomstrike and increase my chance to hit? I mean, why not? Still missed. Okay. Even with that ability active, I still missed 2 of my 3 shots. Disappointing. Well, do I dip into my reserve just to throw out a fireball or 2? I think we'll wait. I might need it for heals and stuff if he does a ton of damage, and we can heal and get rid of poison effects. Venomous. Just 1 attack, huh? So we got a tooltip there from our journal. Poison. Kind of saw this before. Yeah. It's the exact same info we just saw. So he is poisoned. We can get rid of that with a heal. Any kind of heal will do. Don't have a ton of magic, but I do have some. Let's have you charge on in here. We might not even... If we just kill him, we're done, so... Big hit. If we hit, he's dead. There we go. Dead spider, just like that. Cracked magic orb. The adventurers have killed the queen, and soon the nest will wither and die, but not yet. Even now, her enraged progeny are converging on the chamber. If the warriors wish to claim its vitals for the crone to concoct a potion, then they must do it quickly. They only have time to harvest 1 ingredient, for the queen's children are already scuttling towards their vengeance. What part do you extract? So, yeah, it was different stuff, depending on what we grabbed. I don't remember exactly what they were. Venom or eyes is kind of what I'm thinking, just off the top of my head. Let's go eyes. I thought we'd have to fight at least a round of furious little angry spiderlings showing up. Not a ton of experience, but we can't really afford to level up right now anyway. As your party gets to the outskirts of Wolfsbach, they veer southwards in search of the crone. Within the hour, they find a dilapidated hovel. Bluish smoke puffs out from a hole in the roof, rather than a chimney, and countless disturbing fetishes hang everywhere, dangling and swaying in the breeze. The crone bids the party to enter the cramped confines of the interior. Under the hole in the roof is a small cooking pot. The bubbles with a mysterious liquor. Did you bring an ingredient, she says. The warriors present her with their hard-fought prize. She gives a toothless grin and drops it into the pot. It'll be ready shortly, she says. After a few hours, the warriors are presented with 3 phials. A wise choice, states the crone. I've made you a potion. There's enough for 3 doses. Now be on your way. I have important work to do. The party need no encouragement to leave and head back to the village. With the adventurers long gone, the crone retrieves her now empty sack. It'll teach those accursed spiders for getting in my way, she mutters to herself. Right back to that window. The crone walks out of her hovel, carrying her walking stick and sack. Potion of battle, +1 melee attack, 3 uses remaining. So it's just a potion of battle with multiple uses. Not bad. I think probably for my ogre who only has 1 attack, we might just give that to him. Let's go ahead and take a look at gear before I do anything crazy. So yeah, I think we just give that to my ogre because he just does the 1 attack. That makes the most sense to me. We've got space, don't have to mess around with anything. I didn't use any healing items, we're all set there. The only other thing I got were stuff on my Witch Hunter. Yes, we have the 4 to 6 heal once. I think that's better than a +5 strength once per dungeon. And I've got a pretty good saber. 10 to 13 bonus against undead. I mean, I do pretty much only use him fighting the undead, so theoretically, this is better. It's only a chance to cause bonus damage. I don't know what that chance is. That would give me a lot more information and make me a lot more confident in my decision. So as it is, I think I'll stick with the saber. If this was guaranteed, I would just give him this, because I pretty much only use him against the undead. But yeah, I think we'll just sell that off. Let's head back to town, that's fine. No one leveled up, so we'll head to the market. Let's sell our stuff. Sell the dagger, sell the amulet. That's about it. Anything, can't really afford a whole lot though. The Fine Ogre Club we could get, it is an improvement. 13 to 15 damage. The one I've currently got is only 5 to 7, so it's actually a pretty big difference. There are some good rings and stuff here though, which are definitely tempting. Extra health, regenerating 2 per turn, like very cool stuff. But the Ogre Club is also tempting. I keep trying to like rely on what I find as far as gearing for my guys, but it's not going super well. Not finding a lot of stuff. I have to do more side quests looking for gear I can buy. And even if I do that and get stuff that I don't use and just sell it off, it's not enough money to really afford the good stuff. Do I want to buy this? I do want to buy this. I know I'm going to buy it and then I'm going to find one in the next dungeon I go to, but let's buy it. Leaves me almost broke. Give me the better club. We'll sell that one. Out of curiosity, anything good? Because that was pretty quick. Got better stuff. I've had that before. And I think this is the same hammer I keep seeing. Yeah, the one I've got is actually better, I think. So we could head on to somewhere else. I'm trying to finish off all the Sterling quests, but I don't know if it's going to go up in difficulty quite a bit. Let's go to Flensburg and just take a look and see what we've got. Find the new quest out there, and then possibly see what kind of level the stuff is around there. Flensburg. The last one had a little spider off on the side, so these are different depending on the town. Not a lot different, but a little bit different. Check them out once. De Cursed Toof. Flensburg is small. It barely deserves the title village and is more of a hamlet that happens to be nestled around a temple of Shalia, the goddess of healing and mercy. Word of your arrival quickly spreads through the village's meager population, and you are soon accosted by the village chief, flanked by a priestess of Shalia and sundry other concerned residents. Greetings, adventurers, hails the chief. Your arrival could not be timelier. Praise be to the mistress of mercy. Your warriors sigh in collective recognition of the familiar. No doubt more downtrodden citizens need you to go raiding into the nearest dungeon to retrieve something for someone. Oh well, it's a living. It's the orcs, states the old man. So far, so familiar. We need you to give something back. That's new. He produces a rather large orcish tooth and holds it up. The priestess averts her eyes as if to look at it would burn her. It's said to belong to an old war boss who rampaged through these parts centuries ago. One of our youths went into the barrow of the war boss and stole it from the corpse. He brought it back to the village, and ever since we've had trouble. The greenskins have never bothered to come and get it back, but there's a curse on it, make no mistake. The lad who stole it fell down a well, and we lost our blacksmith 2 days back. He got kicked in the head while shoeing a horse. It can't be thrown away. The curse resides with the owner. It needs to be returned, adds the priestess. Villagers are notoriously a superstitious lot. Still, turning down a request from our priestess of Shalia isn't going to do you any good either. The old man proffers the tooth and points you in the general direction of the barrow. See what the suggested level for that is. I'll take a look at the market, not that I can afford anything. Few things, nothing too exciting. They do have a variety of items, though, which is nice to see. Nice mix of stuff. I definitely could get better... Like, I've got just the basic elven swords and bows. It'd be really nice to get better ones. Let's take a look at what level we're looking at here. I'm assuming it's got to be at least level 4. Recommended level 5. So this area might be a little tough for us, but we could possibly do a side quest or something. I don't know, this is the same helmet I keep seeing all the time. It's nothing too exciting. Rescue Casper. Kill somebody. So this one might be a bit rough. That one was really easy. The spider one was far easier than pretty much any of the other quests I've done. So maybe this one isn't too bad. It's also orcs and goblins, but probably a lot less spiders and more orky. I think we'll go ahead and call it here. I might do a side quest, and we'll come back and do the cursed tooth. But I might do a side quest or something just to kind of check out the area and see if this seems like really tough. Maybe get some extra experience. Anyway, this has been more Warhammer Quest. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, have a good one.